Hello guys, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Inday Black. This afternoon is my 64 LS and 39 LS Monetised channel. Sana samahan niyo si Inday Black channel na magsaba-saba sa inyong wall, sa inyong YG channel. Kaya good afternoon Tatay Sulpicio tapos King TV, to my mentor, my head admin at Menas, and to all my sisters from Isis Waiti family ni Apong Marina on TV, Janice Vlog Channel, MTV, Kidongs TV, Butakal TV, Chongfis TV, and Kapards on TV, Myrene, si Skylet Inday TV, at ni Aniram Charisma, Igmar TV, ni Gengar TV, at sa lahat na hindi ko na-mention, pasensya na, hindi ko na-memorize ang inyong mga accounts sa lahat ng mga classmate ko dyan sa Santa Monica Institute of Technology. Sa nakasubscribe sa channel ko, thank you so much. Sana hindi kayo magsasawang mag-support sa aking channel, mga kapatid. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and bell all my videos for my coming future. Hoy, sabaya sa umala na ba? Thank you so much mga kapatid, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, to all my relatives, to all Sinas family in Calamba, Misamis Occidental, sa Sikihor, maraming Sinas dyan. Sana subscribe niyo ako para ma-achieve ko ang aking YouTuber. Kahit na monetize ang inyong host ay hindi pa rin totally na nag-success kasi hindi pa ako nakarating sa may salary, sa may sahuran. Pero malapit na pag inyo akong tulungan. Kaya kung magnood kayo ng aking movie or film, please don't skip ads mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, mga classmates. Parang awa nyo na para marating ko ang katuparan ng aking hiniling ng ating poong may kapal na maging vlogger na si Inday Vlog Channel. Kaya sa hindi pa nakasubscribe, please subscribe na sa YouTube channel ko, Inday Vlog Channel. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and bell all mga sisi and loading. Thank you so much sa nakikinig. Hinahipon na akin na CPR ko. Ngayong hapon, ako ay mag-share ng aking mga experience noon. Noon kasi naming kabataan ay parang matanda na nag-aral, high school, college. Kung hindi ako malaking edad, hindi ako nakapagpatuloy dahil sa ama ko noon ay hindi siya supportive sa aming pag-aaral dahil ayaw niya na malampasan ang kaniyang kahibalo or natapos dahil siya ay elementary lamang, dahil noon ang mga tao ay okay na pag nakatapos ng elementary grade 1 to grade 6. Kaya malaki na nilang proud noon. Kaya noon at ngayon parang iba na. Kasi kung wala kang matapos, hindi ka naman matanggap ng trabaho. Kaya noon ay okay talaga. Pero parang helper ka lang, boy ba, laborer, yan lang ang matanggap noon dahil nagka-best yan sa inyong level, mga grades, kung saan kayo kutob na tapos ang iyong pag-aaral. Kaya masakit man at malungkot isipin, ako noon ay napakatalino kung bata ng elementary ako, pero hindi ko nagamit kasi dahil sa situation na hindi mapigilan. Dahil kapalaran ko na siguro yon na matanda na ako pagtuloy ng pag-aaral. Ang masakit lang ay ilang tao ang nakatulong sa akin. Kaya ang mga relatives ko iba lang sila. Dahil may kasabihan na sa Bohol na ija-ija, adyo-adyo. Kaya sa awa ng Panginoon ay dininig ni Lord ang aking pagdasal na sana matulungan ako sa aking mga plano at hindi ako hihinto habang may tumutulong sa pagbayad ng aking pag-aaral. Kahit matanda na si Diyos pero hindi ako susuko. Hindi ako susuko hanggang maabot ko ang aking pinapangarap. Pero sa totoo lang, hindi ko pinapangarap ang course na education. Kaya wala na akong choice dahil nahuli na akong mag-enroll. Kaya in first sem, hindi ako nakapag-enroll dahil sa anak kong sinamahan ko ang grade 7. Hindi siya pumunta noon na mag-isa ng bago pa siya ang nakapag-aral ng grade 7. Kaya habang tumatagal siya ay hindi na nagpasama. Okay na siyang pumunta doon na mag-isa. Kaya si Diyos naisipan na kailangang ituloy na. Dahil kung hindi, parang walang mangyayari. Yan, iniisip ko yan, ini-describe ko yan. Kung nasa bahay ka, mas maganda kung pumunta ka ng paaralan, marami kang matutunan, hindi man buo, hindi fully na ma-achieve mo ang 100% na score, pero at least may narinig kang mga discussion sa mga teachers na hindi mo naranasan noon. Kaya I'm very happy what I'm doing now, and I hope God support me and understand what I need, and the person who always giving me and support, I hope the God is always giving His help every day. Kaya yan lang mga kapatid. Kung saan na to El, masing naong lugar na to. Ito kay kung kamo. First, ay alcohol here. Para may ikaw na. Uy, shit pala siya. Natin. Siya makita. Amen. It's minute. Yan na na yun. 15. Ano sabi? Well, messages. Lah, yun na ay. Ano, mugis. Namugis. Ah, mugis lagi. Na, mawalang lagom. OPM. OPM. Ligo na. In. Ligo na in. Tanong darang sumpah inyong kaibigan. At nagsasabing hindi ko na kaya. Bali na na. Nulo ni Budoy ilo. Nulo. Uy. Hawak kamay. Sa'yo kayo. Sa 12:14 pa. Higang kayo. Mainit ang panahon. Ingat mga kapatid. Huwag kalimutan magdala ng payong. Dahil protection sa inyong kalusugan. Hindi kayo mabasa ng ulan. Tips. Healthy. Our top 10 tips. Choose healthier carbohydrates or carbs affect blood glucose levels, so it's important to know which foods contain carbohydrates. Eat less salt, eat less red and processed meat, eat more fruits and vegetables, choose healthier fats, cut down on added sugar, be smart with snack, drink alcohol sensibly. What are good tips for diabetes? Lose extra weight. Losing weight reduces the risk of diabetes. Be more physically active. There are many benefits to regular physical activity. Eat healthy plant foods. Plants provide vitamins, minerals, and carbohydrates in your diet. Eat healthy fats. Skip fad diets and make healthier choices. What are good for diabetes? Sugar-sweetened beverages. Sugary beverages are the worst drink choice for someone with diabetes. Trans fats, artificial trans fats are extremely unhealthy. White bread, rice, and pasta fruit-flavored yogurt, sweetened breakfast cereals, flavored coffee, drinks, honey, agave nectar, and maple syrup, dried fruit. Yan. Yan ang tandaan mga kapatid. 11 foods and drinks to avoid with diabetes. Diabetes is a chronic disease that has reached epidemic proportion among adults and children worldwide. Uncontrolled diabetes has many serious consequences, including heart disease, kidney disease, blindness, and other complications. Pre-diabetes has also been linked to these conditions. Importantly, eating certain foods can raise your blood sugar and insulin levels and promote inflammation, which may increase your risk of disease. This article lists of 11 foods and drinks that people with diabetes or pre-diabetes should avoid. Why does carb intake matter for people with diabetes? Carbs, protein, and fat are the macronutrients that provide your body with energy. Among them, carbs have the greatest effect on your blood sugar by far. This is because they're broken down into sugar or glucose and absorbed into your bloodstream. Carbs include starches, sugar, and fiber. However, fiber isn't digested and instead absorbed by your body in the same way other carbs are, so it doesn't raise your blood sugar. Subtracting fiber from the total carbs in a portion of food will give you its digestible or net carb content. For instance, if a cup of mixed vegetables contains 10 grams of carbs and 4 grams of fiber, its net carb count is 6 grams. When people with diabetes consume too many carbs at a time, their blood sugar levels can rise to dangerously high levels. Over time, high levels can damage your body, nerves, and blood vessels, which may set the stage for disease. Ay, magbago. Heart disease, kidney disease, and other serious health conditions. Maintaining a low carb intake can help prevent blood sugar spikes and greatly reduce the risk of diabetes complications. Therefore, it's important to avoid the foods and drink listed below. Clean eating plan for weight loss. Number one, sugar sweetened beverages. Sugary beverages are the worst drink choice for someone with diabetes. First, they're very high in carbs with a 12 ounce 354 ml can of cola providing 38.5 grams. The same amount of sweetened iced tea and lemonade each contain almost 45 grams of carbs exclusively from sugar. In addition, these drinks are loaded with fructose, which is strongly linked to insulin resistance and diabetes. Indeed, studies suggest that consuming sugar-sweetened beverages may increase the risk of diabetes-related conditions like fatty liver disease. What's more than the high fructose levels in sugary drinks may lead to metabolic changes that promote belly fat and potentially harmful cholesterol and triglyceride levels. In separate studies in adults with overweight and obesity consuming 25% of calories from high fructose beverages on a weight maintaining diet lead to increased insulin in resistance and belly fat, lower metabolic rate, and worse heart health markers. To help control blood sugar levels and prevent disease risk, consume water, club, soda, or unsweetened iced tea instead of sugar beverages. Summary na din. Sodas and sweet drinks are high in carbs which increase blood sugar. Also, their high fructose content has been linked to insulin resistance and increased risk, obesity, fatty liver, and other disease. Yan, mga kapatid. Salamat ni Julia Abigail for coming in my LS this afternoon. Thank you, Julia Abigail. Number two, trans fats. Oh, oy, artificial trans fats are extremely unhealthy. They're created by adding hydrogen to unsaturated fatty acids to make them more stable. Trans fats are found in margarines, peanut butter, spreads, creamers, and frozen dinners. Furthermore, food manufacturers often add them to crackers, muffins, and other baked goods to help extend a product's shelf life. Although trans fats don't directly raise blood sugar levels, they've been linked to increased inflammation, insulin resistance, and belly fat, while a lower level of HDL, good cholesterol, and impaired arterial function 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. While more research is needed to gain a clearer understanding of the relationship between trans fats and insulin resistance, the links mentioned above are especially concerning for people with diabetes as they're at an increased risk of heart disease. Artificial trans fats have been outlawed in most countries, and in 2018, the Food and Drug Administration (FDA) banned the use of partially hydrogenated oil, the major source of artificial trans fat in the food supply in most processed foods. This doesn't mean that all foods in the United States are now free of artificial trans fats. Manufacturers aren't required to list trans fats on the nutrition facts labels if a product contains under zero point 0.5 grams of trans fat serving 18, number 18. It bids to avoid any product that contains the word partially hydrogenated in its ingredient list. Yan lang. Ang summary natin yan ay trans fats are unsaturated fats that have been chemically altered to increase their stability, given linked to inflammation, insulin resistance, increased belly fat, and heart disease. Number 3, white bread and rice and pasta. Yan. Hindi yan maganda sa ating katawan pag lagi tayong kumakain ng mga pasta, mga white rice, at mga bread. Mahilig para ako sa bread. White bread, rice, and pasta are high-carb processed foods. Eating bread, bagels, and other refined flour foods has been shown to significantly increase blood sugar levels in people with type 1 and type 2 diabetes, number 19 and 20. This response isn't exclusive to products made with refined white flour. In one study, gluten-free pastas were also shown to raise blood sugar, with rice-based types having the greatest effect, number 21. Another study found that high-carb foods not only raise blood sugar but also disease brain function in people with type 2 diabetes and mental deficits, number 2. These processed foods contain little fiber. Fiber helps slow the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. In other research, replacing these low fiber foods with high fiber foods was shown to significantly reduce blood sugar levels in people with diabetes. Moreover, people with diabetes experience reductions in cholesterol. Increased fiber consumption also improves gut microbiota, which may have led to improved insulin resistance. Tamariro, white bread, pasta, and rice are high in carbs yet low in fiber. The combination can result in high sugar levels. Currently, choosing high fiber whole foods may help reduce blood sugar response. Nandito naman tayo sa fruit flavored yogurt. Plain yogurt can be a good option for people with diabetes. However, fruit flavored varieties are very different story. Flavored yogurt are typically made from non-fat or low-fat milk and loaded with carbs and sugar. In fact, at a 1 cup, 245 grams serving of fruit flavored yogurt may contain almost 31 grams of sugar, meaning nearly 61% its calories come from sugar, number 24. Many people consider frozen yogurt to be a healthy alternative to ice cream. However, it can contain just as much or even more sugar than ice cream. Rose Kitchen. Hello, good afternoon, Rose Kitchen. Thank you for coming. I will give you a jacket, Rose Kitchen. Yan, may jacket ka na, Rose Kitchen. Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. From Rose Kitchen. Good afternoon, Rose Kitchen. I'm only reading the health tips about diabetes. And I am going to read number 5 to sharing everyone. Sweetened breakfast cereals. Eating cereal can be one of the worst ways to start your day if you have diabetes. Despite the health claims on their boxes, most cereals are highly processed and contains far more carbs than many people realize. In addition, they provide very little protein and nutrient that can help you feel full and satisfied while keeping your blood sugar levels stable during the day. Number 29. Even some healthy breakfast cereals aren't good choices for those with diabetes. For instance, just a 1/2 cup serving, about 56 grams of granola contains 44 grams of carbs, while grape nuts contain 47 grams. What's more, it provides no more than 7 grams of protein per serving. 30 and number 31. To keep blood sugar and hunger under control, skip most cereals and choose a protein-based low-carb breakfast instead. Ang ating summary dyan ay many breakfast cereals are high in carbs but low in protein. A high protein, low carb breakfast is the best option for diabetes and appetite control. Number 6, flavored coffee drinks. Marami yung mahilig sa mga coffee. Minom ng coffee, hindi makatulog ng iba pag hindi makainom ng coffee, lalo na sa morning. Coffee has been linked to several health benefits, including a reduced risk of diabetes. However, flavored coffee drinks should be viewed as a liquid dessert rather than a healthy beverage. Studies have shown your brain doesn't process liquid and solid foods similarly. When you drink calories, you don't compensate by eating less later, potentially leading to weight gain. Number 33, 34. Flavored coffee drinks are also loaded with carbs. For instance, a 16 ounce 473 ml caramel cappuccino from Starbucks contains 57 grams of carbs, and the same size of the brandy vanilla latte contains 30 grams of carbs. Number 35, 36. To keep your blood sugar under control and prevent weight gain, choose plain coffee or espresso with a tablespoon of heavy cream or half and half. And number 7, tips about diabetes. Honey, give nectar and maple syrup. People with diabetes often try to minimize their intake of white table sugar, as well as treats like candy, cookies, and pie. However, other forms of sugar can also cause blood sugar spikes. These include brown sugar and natural sugars such as honey, agave nectar, and maple syrup. Although these sweeteners aren't highly processed, they contain at least as many carbs as white sugar. In fact, most contain even more. Below are the carb counts of 1 tablespoon serving of popular sweeteners. White sugar, 12.6 gram, 37 na yan. Honey, 17.3 grams, 38% na yan. Agave nectar, 16 grams, naging 39 na. Maple syrup, 13.4 grams, maging 40 na siya. Kaya, mag-ingat tayo mga kapatid. Even study people with pre-diabetes experience similar increases in blood sugar, insulin, and inflammatory markers regardless of whether they consume 1.71 cents 50 grams of white sugar or honey. Your strategy is to avoid all forms of sugar and use natural low carb sweetener instead. Dried fruit. Fruit is a great source of several important vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C and potassium. When fruit is dried, the process results in a loss of water that leads to even higher concentration of these nutrients. Unfortunately, its sugar content becomes more concentrated as well. Sana maintindihan naman ng mga kapatid ko about the tips of diabetes. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, because I'm only sharing my about the diabetes. Tulugon siya. Packaged snack foods. Yan, mga packaged snack foods, pretzel, crackers, and other packaged foods aren't good snack choices. They're typically made with refined flour and provide few nutrients, although they have plenty of fast digesting carbs that can rapidly raise blood sugar. Here are the carb counts for a 28-gram serving of some popular snacks. Saltine crackers is 20.7 grams of carbs, including 0.78 grams of fiber. Pretzels, 20.5 grams of carbs, including 0.95 grams of fiber. Graham crackers, 21.7 grams of carbs, including 0.95 grams of fiber. In fact, some of these foods may contain even more carbs than started on their nutrition level. One study found that snack foods provide 7.7% more carbs on average than the level state or 7. If you get hungry in between meals, it's better to eat nuts or a few low-carb vegetables with an ounce of cheese. Fruit juice. Although fruit juice is often considered a healthy beverage, its effects on blood sugar are similar to those of sodas and other sugary drinks. This goes to unsweetened 100% fruit juice as well as types that contain added sugar. In some cases, fruit juice is even higher in sugar and carbs than soda. For example, it once says 250 ml of soda and apple juice contain 22 and 24 grams of sugar, respectively. An equivalent serving of grape juice provides 35 grams of sugar. Similarly to sugar-sweetened beverages, fruit juice is loaded with fructose. Fructose drives insulin resistance, obesity, and heart disease. French fries. French fries are a food you may want to steer clear, or especially if you have diabetes. Potatoes themselves are relatively high in carbs. One medium potato contains 34.8 grams of carbs, 2.4 of which come from the fiber. However, once they've been peeled and fried in vegetable oil, potatoes may do more than spike your blood sugar. Deep frying food has been shown to produce high amounts of toxic compounds such as advanced glycation and products and aldehydes. These compounds now promote inflammation and increase the risk of disease. Yan lang mga kapatid ang tungkol sa diabetes. Katulugan kay ko eh. Maagang gumising siya. Kaya parang lagi akong sleepy mga kapatid. Good afternoon, this is Sweetie family. Thank you so much sa 2 million in the house and 200 thumbs up this afternoon. I hope you are okay out there, and to all my Sweetie mga sister and brothers. Baka ano sila, punta ng plaza para mag-enjoy sa kasama ang families. Good afternoon na lang kay tatay. Isa yung si Rose Kitchen. Isa lang bisita ko. Kala kawawa naman ni House. Dani la 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 Nani na 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 la 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 Daddy daddy dan da dan da dan Nani na 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 la 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 la. Okay. Sa ilalim ng puting ilaw. Kay password ani akong ikuan. Kay password.
Ano, 10 tanan.
Sorry. Pag-inis na kay ini-chat mo adto din ta. Adto datong charger kay makurintihan ta no. Wala, mas una manggug ko sayo ko kasugod kay nang chat to si Sir.
Una na biya.
Magani. Wala pa oy, Lucy pa. Baka nag-ilis na ipakita-kita ini pagkaka niya. Cooking Korean dishes. Lami kayo. Salamat po po. Ay, salamat. Salamat po Korean cooking Korean dishes. Lami kayo. Thank you so much for coming in my LS this afternoon. Thank you, Gid. Tarong nga to, be. Kinahiwi, be. Wala nag-charge. Wala eh. Tawagon mo na siya. Ito mo kung sabot.
Belum. Masuk lagi ni dapat. Belum lagi.
Hi, thank you so much sa 3 million in the house for coming this afternoon. Kapatid, thank you so much. Ito ang inyong kainday, nagsamok-samok sa inyong wall, sa YT World, sa inyong account para lang makamit ang pinapangarap. Salamat sa lahat sa mga YT family, ang ipanguluhan ni Tatay Daking Fever, Anid Admin Menes, to all mga sisters dyan sa YT family ni na Apong Marina on TV, Idmar on TV, Jumfis on TV, Janel's Vlog Channel, Julia Abigail, Skylet Inday TV, Kapards on TV, Kidong's TV, ATM TV, Ginger TV, Anid Admin Menes, and Surreptitious Sports King TV, and Aniram Quaris na good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Sa ilalim ng puting ilab, hariradan, lalalan. Ibutangan mo ng dagang ko ano. Isa mo natin. Kantahan natin, kantahan. Hanap tayo ng kanta para today. Isa pa. Isa pa rin. I will share the tips for the student. Tips for the student: how to get higher grades during exam, how to get good or better grades, and 10 tips. Attend all your classes. Now you might think this was an obvious one. Number 2, master your professors. Number 3, stay organized. Number 4, use time wisely. Number 5, use the textbook. 6, follow good rules of writing. 7, study, study, study. 8, be a good test taker. Hindi ako good test taker. How can I get high grades in exam? Follow the study tips to make your best grade. Get informed. Don't walk into your test prepared unprepared for what you will face. Number two, think like your teacher. Number three, make your own study aids. Number four, practice for the inevitable. Number five, study every day. Cut out the distractions. Number seven, divide big concepts from smaller details. Don't neglect the easy stuff. By learning and studying in small chunks rather than trying to do so all at once, you'll be less overwhelmed and better able to master the material. For each class, consider setting out a certain amount of time each day, maybe in a calendar or agenda book. Doing a little every day is miles better than cramming. Wait, hinay, how to get good grades in college, 16 best steps. Have you been wondering how to get good grades? Here is a list of 26 hints and tips to help you improve your high school or college grades. Truthfully, the ultimate secret to getting good grades is to develop super study skills. Top tips on how to get good grades. Number one, attend all your classes. Try your absolute best to attend all of your classes. Sometimes missing a class is unavoidable, but there are enormous benefits to making sure that you never miss a class. You will be more likely to keep ahead of your subject. You will avoid knowledge gaps due to missing out on important material. You will have the opportunity to make your presence known by answering questions, participating, and contributing your ideas, thoughts, and opinions. Some colleges give attendance points, so if this is the case, make sure that you benefit from them. Master your professors. Get to know your professors and make sure that they get to know you. You will have a better opportunity to understand your strengths and weaknesses. Let them know when you are struggling. They are there to help you. Understand your course expectations. If there is anything that you are unsure of, don't hesitate to ask your professor to clarify. Stay organized. If you want to know how to get even better grades, organization is really key. Use a planner or calendar and make sure that you are up to date with all of your deadlines. Create a designated workspace with good lighting and comfortable chair. Declutter your desk, schedule blocks of time for learning, organize your digital files in name folders for each access. Keep stationery on hand. Make sure that you have pens, highlighters, erasers, sharpener, notebooks, flashcards, and colored markers. Time management, balancing work, study, and family responsibilities can be challenging if your time is not managed carefully. Time is valuable commodity. Make a to-do list. Once everything that you need to do is written down, it not only helps you to remember it, but it gives you some relief from worrying about it. Use a planner, calendar, record assignment, deadlines, and schedule your learning. Set goals, decide on your daily, weekly, and monthly goals. Once you know where you need to get to, you will already be halfway there. Setting goals gives you clarity and motivates you to take action. Utilize your dead time, just a time in a doctor's waiting room or time traveling on buses or trains. This time can be used to reading, searching, or typing up your thoughts, ideas, and notes. Clear your workspace. Our physical environment has a major effect on the way we work. A tidy space creates a tidy mind. Keep your workspace tidy and remove all clutter. A tidy workspace helps you to have a clearer mind. Maria Kondo, a declarating expert and author of the book Spark Joy, has some excellent hints and tips on how to keep your workspace tidy. Yan lang mga kakachib. Husaan na to eh, masigmalan to. Thank you so much for 3 million in the house and 200 thumbs up. I will sharing my the tips about diabetes and about the students, how to get higher grades. But I know we are not perfect. We are not perfect student, but we need to listen our professor so that we know what is the best answer during exam. Become an active listener. Concentrate on the words and messages. Avoid being distracted by a lecturer's accent, clothes, speech, or mannerisms. Hmm? Try to identify the most important poems and take notes on them. Avoid getting distracted by your smartphone. Turn it off completely in class. Participate in class. If you ask questions, you are more likely to remember the materials as the answers to your questions relate to your thoughts on the subject. If you make a habit out of asking questions, it has the additional advantage of encouraging you to listen well. Listen to the opinions and thoughts of your classmates. Listening will help you to process and remember information. Conversations tend to be remembered more than written information. Contribute to the discussion by developing a regular habit of making contributions to discussions on a subject. It encourages you to listen, focus, and process. You will want to make a good impression by making educated and intelligent contributions. Ngayon, pakita kayo na. Ngalay pa man ko. Ikaw, si kagubo-hubo diya. Thank you so much sa mga kapatid na dumalaw ngayong hapon. Sana lahat ng mga is-sweety family ay andito na silang lahat para malaman at marinig ang aking mga tips ngayong hapon from Inday Vlog Channel. Sa hindi pa nakasubscribe, please subscribe na sa YouTube channel ko, Inday Vlog Channel. Ang kapoy na ko, mami na kayo katulog. Hanggang 1 PM na lang ako mga kapatid. Dahil matulog siya, siya, sleepy siya. Sana maintindihan niya. Ay, pakita, magkita biya kami sa gabasa ko. Kita bi ka gaon bi ng kamera ari. Gusto kong matulog, pero di ako makatulog. Nganong di man makatulog, kay naglibog. Naunsa man naglibog man ka, ayuhago na una nga matuyo tani na 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 la la li la 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 la. Nita ko off in song.
Ano ka?
Ay, makita ihapon diya sa gibalin ko. Ay, makita na pa'y kamera gaon. Ay, unyara tuyok niya. Kitang palalak. Lahat na sasabihin ko. Naniwala at ito. Natuloy ang pag-ibig mo. Pangtingin ang nasa paligid. Ano mo ang mahal ko. Pangarap ko sa iyo. Hindi bago. Mahal emosyon. Pangamang puso mo. Wala lang halaga. Hindi nagkaroon. Wala na tao. Pag-ibig ko sa'yo. Defining the role of teacher. What is the meaning of teacher as a profession? Teaching the profession or those who give instruction, especially in elementary school or a secondary school or in university teacher. Teaching a profession. Secondary school. Measured in terms of its member, teaching is the world's largest profession in the 21st century. It is estimated that there were about 80 million teachers throughout the world. Through the roles and functions from country to country, the variations among teachers are generally greater within a country than they are between countries because the nature of the activities that constitute teaching depends more on the age of the persons being taught than on any useful to recognize three subgroups of teachers: primary school or elementary school teachers, secondary school teachers, and university teachers. Elementary school teachers are by far the most numerous worldwide, making up nearly half of all teachers in some developed countries, and three-fourths or more developing countries' teachers at the university level are the smallest group. The inter-teaching corps, wherever its members may be located, share most of the criteria of profession, namely number one, a process of formal training. Number two, body of specialized knowledge. Number three, a procedure for certifying or validating membership in the profession. And number four, a set of standards of performance, intellectual, practical, and ethical, that is defined and enforced by members of the profession. Teaching young children and even adolescents could hardly have been called a profession anywhere in the world before the 20th century. It was instead an art of craft in which the relatively young and untrained women and men who held most of the teaching positions kept school or heard lessons because they had been better than average pupils themselves. They had learned the art solely by observing and imitating their own teachers. Only university professors and possibly a few teachers in secondary schools would have merited being called members of a profession in a sense that medical doctors, lawyers, or press were professionals in some countries. Even today, primary school teachers may accurately be described as semi-professionals. The dividing line is it is useful, therefore, to consider the following questions. One is the status of the profession. Two, what kinds of work are done? Three, how is the profession organized? The status of teacher. Teaching enjoys average to high status, depending in part on the amount of study required to prepare for employment. Since this ranges from a relatively brief time to many years, the levels of social and economic status span a wide range. The economic status, the salaries of gali ako subayan ganito. Pizza. Subayan ako sa akong title sa akong gamit lagi ni ako nakita. Ang title sa akong research. Oops. Research. Yun sa din receiving. Six. Igang no. The teacher and higher authorities in the profession. The teacher and the higher authorities, ay, higher authorities and other personnel. Magbabay na ako mga kapatid. Bye-bye everyone. Thank you for watching. Kapoy na kay si host. Sleepy na si host. Bye!